What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Channel. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are back with Resident Evil 3. It was brought to my attention by Face for a Skull in the last video that I missed some pretty cool items in the last segment with Carlos. So I kind of reloaded an old save and played through that police station segment. Basically, I made sure I went back outside to what's his name, Brad, the STARS guy from the very first zombie we killed when we were playing as Carlos. I went back out, I grabbed his STARS identification badge or whatever, and opened all of those STARS. God damn it! I tried to put my back to a wall to. Jesus, go down. But yeah, there were some items. I probably used more bullets there than I probably had to. There were some items or whatever. Specifically, I got a Oh.
Walker's still alive.
Yeah, are you really surprised he's still alive? Basically what I'm saying, I went back, I picked up items. We're moving on. I think the biggest item that I picked up, because I think two of those locked boxes had assault rifle ammo. The other one had a scope for his rifle. So, just something to make me a little more accurate. There we go. Stay on fire.
Bitch can't even swim. Carlos, respond.
Yeah, what's up?
We didn't make it. The train derailed.
Derailed? Was anyone hurt?
No, everybody's dead. Mikhail, everybody.
Shit.
Nikolai left us to die.
Wait, what?
What the fuck?
Are you guys really surprised that Nikolai left you to die? Also, are you really surprised that... How'd he... The hell? Is he like those, I'm trying to think, what are they? You know, those... Not Shrinky Dinks. They're those, for a second there, I was expecting like a Resident Evil 4, QTE. God damn it, what were they? There were those little, like, dinosaur things that you put in the water, and then they expand. You know, does anyone know what the hell I'm talking about? That's what I thought that thing was for a second. It looks like the xenomorph from Alien.
Come on!
I don't have my grenade launcher. Gotta be something I can... Gotta be something I can use to hurt him. Other than my guns. Yeah, who knew he didn't like shotgun blast to the face. Oh! Fuck is he? You know, I was, Come on. What was I about to say? And we'll combine those. Just use that.
Gotta find a way to stop it.
Yeah, I don't think there is a way to stop it right now. Sorry, what I was about to say is, I was talking about Resident Evil on the last.
Tracks.
Okay, how do you suggest I do that? I just get killed. No?
It's too hard to hit while it's moving.
Thank you for telling me that, Jill. Come on, I need ammo, I need something that there is none of. No explosive barrels, nothing around here.
Nasty fall.
Yeah, not useful to me at the moment. Okay, I've got all the ammo I can out of this area.
It's too hard to hit while it's moving.
Jesus Christ.
Right? Let's do this.
I love how I don't have that grenade launcher equipped, but it's on her person now.
Carlos, you still there? Oh, come on. You're gonna crap out on me now? God damn it.
Yes, I understand that boss fight would have been so much easier if I would have had the grenade launcher. Hindsight 2020, I guess. I just didn't want to... Jesus H. Fuck. I was still expecting a Resident Evil 4 style QTE there.
Interesting. You've done me a big favor, Miss.
Alright, now that I have a chance to sit and think, I was talking about on the roughly half a day? Jesus Christ.
Jill!
And he just shows up.
Hey, answer me. God damn it. Tyrell, do you copy? What's going on? Jill's been infected. I'm taking her to the hospital. Maybe Dr. Bard can save her. All right, I'll meet you there.
So I've been having that giant monster thing on my ass this entire time.
Hang in there, Super Cop.
Yet she can lie there unconscious for half a freaking day. Okay. No, sorry, I keep getting distracted. Weekly show. I sat and I was talking about some rumors about what we're hearing about Resident Evil 8 is going to be, and the fact that there's talk that we're going to see a Resident Evil 4 remake, which I am sitting here going, dear God, don't let it happen, because let Resident Evil 4 be awesome, unless you're going to basically shot for shot remake Resident Evil 4. I don't want them to do, I don't want them to turn it into some big action game, which is kind of what I think they're doing to this game.
I'm gonna get you the vaccine. You're gonna be okay. I promise.
Oh, and I can, oh, okay. Oh, she's my storage container? Okay, that's cute. Is that how that's going to work? No, this use item on her. Okay, okay. I'm going to store a lot of this health stuff that I probably don't need right now. And it's just taking up space in my inventory. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted again. Yeah, I'm really afraid of what they would do to a Resident Evil 4 remake. That, you know, they just basically turn it into an action game. And again, I think they've kind of done that with this one. I think they've turned it into an action game because this has not felt like.
Where's Bard now?
Gotta be the lab in the back. Stay frosty, I'm on my way.
Copy.
Like the survival horror like the survival horror game that 2 was, you know. To me, it's feeling like I'm getting all this ammo, all this first aid spray. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I didn't play the original Resident Evil 3, so maybe that game had a bit of a different tone than, you know, the original 2 and 1 did. But this feels much more. I've compared it to a Metal Gear game. I was doing that a lot in the last video, or what was it, the last video, or it was 2 videos ago? I can't remember. But yeah, it just. You can see the effects of my new scope.
I don't got time for this!
Stay down. Of course, there was assault rifle ammo in there. Is that like Mr. X's hat? You know, in a way, I'd also say this game is a lot more linear than. I'd say this game is a lot more linear than Resident Evil 2 was. I mean, there is some element that backtracking and doing a lot of stuff would come in handy. But, again, not in that sort of survival horror way that 2 was. I mean, hell, I've said that I'm not a big fan of that.
Welcome to the office of Dr. Nathaniel Bard. Please state your business clearly.
You know, I've said I'm not a big fan of that that style of game development. You know, I'm not a big fan of that.
Dr. Bard, are you in there? I'm here to rescue you. Open the door.
No voice match found.
Voice match? What kind of sci-fi bullshit is this?
Okay, so I'm gonna need a tape to play with this tape recorder, obviously. Sorry, I keep getting freaking distracted. I'm not a fan of that that sort of game, that structure that's basically all, you know, you're basically constantly chasing items. You know, it's the go here because you need this item to open this door, which will then allow you to get this item that will then clear up the path to your true objective. You know, I prefer things to flow a little more naturally, things to be a little bit more. You know, I basically like it to feel like I'm not constantly just doing small puzzles or just basically hunting nothing items. Yeah! Okay. But either way, like I said, that's just it's a personal thing with me. Yeah. Fantastic. It's missing a head. More liquors? Is that what we're gonna be facing off against? Sorry, I got distracted again. But no, that development model, or that sort of game structure, was something that Resident Evil 2, the remake, did very well. It used that structure. It was fun. It was a throwback to to an older style of game. It was one of those that I could give that game more of a pass, because I understand that that was specifically a way of making games back in the day, when you had less space. You weren't able to use cutscenes and all that stuff as much as you could now. It's kind of one of those, you needed gameplay to drive the player, because you couldn't use cutscenes and story. Not saying that they didn't have cutscenes, not saying they didn't have story, not saying, I'm not trying to bash on the older style. I'm just saying things are different, and things have kind of, in my opinion, advanced. Some would say that, we've kind of lost the ability to ambient story tell, the ability to sort of just fill in the blanks ourselves. We need everything told to us through cutscenes and everything, but that one kind of comes down to more personal taste than anything else. So you know what? I actually kind of like that the Resident Evil 2 remake was a modern sort of version of that old method of making games. Mix that with the fact that I just think it did it well. I thought it was a well-made game. It was fun. I had no issue with it. But this game almost feels like it's trying to do that in a much more watered down way. ID cards are not taken off hospital grounds. Personal lockers. Okay. The key to the locker room has gone missing. Last person to have it dropped it somewhere in the courtyard. Okay. But yeah, this game almost feels like a watered down version of that type of game. And at times it feels like an out and out action game. I'm also not getting that kind of slow build, or that sort of slow build or tension that I got from Resident Evil 2. Because it's not presenting itself like a survival horror game. It's presenting itself, like I said, like an action game with zombies in it. And just burst through the door. Okay, I think what happened to the missing tape of Dr. B, his research assistant, took it. One of my patients saw Abbott remove something from a locker in the nurse's station, walk towards the treatment room. Okay. Well, we get treatment room. And see, this is what I was kind of talking about with this feels like a watered down version of that structure of RE2. Get off. That it's only using this sort of, you know, you need to find all these items, and you know you have to go to all these areas in these different ways. It's now just starting to do that in these smaller areas than instead of constantly exploring. Ah, shit. Oh well, I'm gonna make my way back up there anyways. That's the locker room key. And the locker room key will give me access to staff ID badges. I mean, frankly, I think that the segments with Carlos are probably the segments with Carlos are probably some of the best moments in this game. Because his have felt more like a Resident Evil game than anything else. Again, I keep having to bring it out because I'm sure somebody's going to say, you know, AJ, you say you don't like this, you know, this sort of game structure, but you're complimenting this game for using that structure. And you are correct about that, but again, I think that's when this game feels like itself. Oh, okay. That's when this game is at its most tense. I'm doing a horrible job of explaining myself. It's a lot of that comes down to my I'm thinking about. I'm trying to talk about one thing, but think about another. That makes sense. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. Okay. I'm getting an autosave. Oh.
Jesus Christ!
Not gonna lie, a little surprised that worked. Or should I say, a little surprised that worked as like a one-shot. I thought it would at least weaken him or stun him a little bit. Thought I'd at least have to start shooting him. Alright, that takes me back out to the roof. I gotta go this way. Back over here to get into the nurse's station. And then I gotta use the key card. Fun. Don't have a way to break those. Wasn't sure if you could fuse all that stuff together. Okay. Oh, is it down? I think it's dead. Okay. What's my health at? I'm at caution. Oh, cool. Oh, it cost me a lot of bullets, but he's down. And audio tape. We combine. Oh, God damn it. It's hard outer shell for its extremely high defense, but if you have some acid rounds, can melt right through, dealing immense damage. Well, I don't have acid rounds. Come on. Either come through the door or don't. What the f- All right. Yeah, I know I can do that, but Jesus Christ. Go, go, go. Cowardly? Yes. Save me bullets. And actually, I also saved myself a flashbang. Alright, all in all, could have been worse. Frankly, I might as well... I don't need it. You know, I could have just combined those too. That also would have worked. Get off me! Bad zombie. Okay, that was the emergency entrance. There's probably something in that door, but I don't feel like going back towards those things. Let's go back upstairs where the giant lizard monsters are. Okay, dodge around that guy. Oh, hell. Nope, 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 nope. I'm glad I now know how that works. Okay, yeah, that's a simple lock. That's that safe, but at this point in time, I'd rather not deal with the giant monsters. Trying to remember where I need to go back to. Is it back to reception? I think it's back to reception. So yeah, I gotta go back out. Somebody wants to call me a coward for not going back up through those hunters or whatever the hell they're called. Yep, pretty much.
All I wanted to know was what the documents were doing in your office in the first place.
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm goddamn Nathaniel Bard. I'm the best biologist you'll ever meet, you bedpan-changing wit...
Really? That was okay. How convenient for me that he said I'm goddamn. Here's my name.
Bard. Tyrell. Bard's dead. He's been shot.
Shit. And the vaccine?
I'm looking.
Well, look harder. There's gotta be a computer, right?
One dose, the Holy Grail.
This is VRC Chief Nathaniel Bard, September 29, 11 p.m. I am acutely aware that my time's running out. And I hope and pray, by making this recording and bringing the truth to light, that I can restore some small shred of honor to my name. All of Raccoon City's suffering began with the release of a biological weapon known as the T-virus. My employer, the Umbrella Corporation, engineered this virus, and they ordered my team to develop a vaccine, which we did. Now, I keep samples of this vaccine here in my office. The rest of it is stored underground. But those sons of bitches at the board, they want to destroy it. They don't want the world to know what they've done. So they're trying to erase all evidence that the virus ever existed. Now, I'm not a fool. I know they don't want me to...
God, Jill knew all along. And she trusted me anyway.
We're just so lucky that Carlos is just a nice guy.
Is it here?
I sound like I'm bashing on Carlos. That's not what I'm trying to do. I actually don't mind him as a character. It's just
Hang tight.
I don't know. It's just one of those.
I got it.
Good. I'm headed your way.
Be careful.
Careful. Have you seen this town? It'll be a fucking miracle if I get there in one piece.
Yeah. Okay. Holy hell, they're fast. Yep, I got eaten. Yeah, I don't know what I was trying to say. Basically, it's I don't know. This game feels like it's moving at a mile a minute.
All right, Jill. Hang tight.
You know, it's we're so lucky Carlos is a good guy and not Nikolai or whatever the bad operative's name is. It just
Good. I'm headed your way.
Be careful.
Careful. Have you seen this town? It'll be a fucking miracle if I get there in one piece.
I don't know. I mean, it's just it's like, oh, it was that easy for him to go, oh, Umbrella bad, Jill good, sort of thing, you know. Shit. Fight him with my knife.
You're gonna be okay, Jill. Come on. This shit better work. Tyrell, what the hell happened?
Attention all citizens. The contagion spreading throughout the city has been designated uncontainable.
Yeah, I think we hit that point a while ago.
Be completely destroyed in a missile strike. All residents capable of rational thought are urged to evacuate immediately. This is not a test. Attention all citizens.
I mean, that's only a day away. There's still people in the city. You think Uncle Sam gives a shit? Fuck. Here they come. Oh, you sit tight. I got this. Better grab some gear. Sounds like there's a lot of them out there.
Oh boy. How much ammo do I have? There we go. There we go. Alright, geared up for the big assault that's going to happen. But you know what, guys? We're going to do that one in the next video. I want to say, as always, thanks so much for watching. You know, real quick, I do want to kind of finish up that thought that I was having. No, it's... I act like, oh, well, isn't it, how lucky is it that Carlos is a good guy? Look, I get it. It's one of those things that we have to accept it for the story to move forward. That, of course, Jill runs into the one... umbrella guy that's going to help her and all that stuff. Yeah, of course, that has to happen for any story to move forward. But it's just, it's not like we see him slowly kind of develop. We slowly see him figuring things out. It's no, boom, oh, we see this message. Oh, now we know Umbrella's evil. Boom, okay, we have our sides easily defined. You know, it's no kind, we don't see him slowly getting pulled through subtle information and drops here and there, seeing that maybe Umbrella is bad. No, it's just suddenly this one video, we're done. We don't have to worry about that. We can get right back into the action. Which is, again, what I feel like this game is really doing. It's putting action above anything else. It's a lot like Resident Evil 6 in that way. I wouldn't call it a bad game. I'd just say it's very... It doesn't feel like Resident Evil to me. It feels more like Metal Gear, and I made that. I keep making that comparison, but I stand by it. But either way, like I said, we're gonna call this one here. Thanks for watching. Social media's in the description. Like, comment, not already. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. More next time. Until then, my name's AJ Gills. This is Some of the Game Channel. I'm out.